for.
Come back when you have the money.
My hero! Do you want to cheer up with my candies?
Candy Bob, I barely disposed of the sticky junk you gave me earlier.
Oh, you thought of me!
Yeah, I always think how to get rid of you.
So, will you accept my unteenth fudgy offer?
Only if you don't chase after me armed with a candy cane this time.
Did you know the globby globby reflect my love for you? When they get sticky on you, they will never come off.
The same goes for you, Candy. I hate this city. I hate this neighborhood. The only place I can find solace is my office. There's a stranger in my office, and he seems to be dangerous. I have to show him who's in charge. Maybe I can use one of my inventory items on him. I really hope all this seems logical.
Oh, good evening. You're finally here. Your cactus was making me feel uncomfortable, Mr. Gallo.
Detective Gallo.
I'll tell you everything if you stop pointing that gun at me.
Do you think that's easy with all this sticky sugar on my hands?
My name's Phil Chloro. I was waiting for you.
Give me a good reason not to shoot you.
All my beloved, majestic plants. They were absolutely perfect. And a second later, butchered. How beautiful they were. Your cactus in comparison.
My cactus is none of your business. All right, I accept the case.
You are a true professional.
Rule number 1 of Gallo: be competent, critical, and careful. The famous 3 C's of Gallo.
Sure, here's a generous advance. The crime scene is at 8 Rhododendron Road. I'll wait for your arrival.
I'll come with the speed of the law, slow and unrelenting. A rich and kind person, but completely out of his mind. We've got to go. Duty calls, Thorn. But first I need to lock my office. Ah, if I remember correctly, the key is hidden behind your cardboard cutout. You've got to be even sharper than the prickly pear. Nobody will ever try to test my patience, or my revolver. I'm once again master of my own office. Now I can leave. It doesn't turn off. It's a continuous consumption model. Every time I want to turn off the light, I have to contact the electric company. It'd be a good idea if it didn't jeopardize the balance of my desk. I should admit, I don't know how to use it, but I prefer to say I don't like using it. I can't do that. It would make the crack on the wall even more visible. Rule number 303 of Gallo: collect even what you don't know the use for, except for grandfather clocks. Rule number 70 of Gallo: there's always a good reason to post a sticky note. The problem is knowing which one. It'd best collect dust in my pocket. I can click twice on the red arrow when I want to hurry, which is most of the time. Done. I've locked the door. I'm always a man of my word, to myself. Hello?
Hey, Gallo. I'm your informant.
I know who you are. I'd recognize your voice in 1,000.
Information of the day. The armored truck will pass by tonight, disguised as a florist's van.
I pay you to tell me useful things, not to waste my time.
You don't pay me at all, but I'm doing this for professional ethics.
Crime doesn't wait. I'll call you back as soon as possible. Pain in the ass. I must get to the crime scene in 8 Rhododendron Road, or my name isn't Gallo anymore.
Yes?
I'm Detective Gallo.
You came earlier than expected.
I hate people who are bigger sticklers than me. There must be at least one important clue. I have to find it.
My treasures killed without mercy. You must find the killer and make him pay. With your experience and professionalism, you'll surely succeed.
Don't you worry, Mr. Chloro. Thorn, don't you detect a strange, pungent odor as well?
Are you talking to your cactus?
The culprit must be very smart.
Now you congratulate a crazy killer?
I value work well done. In such cases, I can count on my gallows sense. I just need to press the space bar, whatever it means. I must remember that I can click on the icon of the notebook to consult the actual goal at any time, and to read your suggestions, Thorn. I wonder why I always do this out loud. Damn.
What a mess, Detective Gallo. I have no more tears, no more words.
So, when did you see the, victims alive for the last time?
Just 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago, they were alive and vital.
Just when I came back from my stroll.
You were patrolling the area, I guess?
Correct. How can you remember what time it happened?
I had just watered them, as I do every day, every 3 hours.
What's your job?
Job?
It doesn't matter. Can you tell me about the daily habits of the victims?
My treasures arose very early in the morning, and as soon as they woke up, they called me with their unmistakable scent.
Now, where were we? Are you sure you didn't overlook something that could have caused this tragedy?
Me? Neglecting my plants? They're my lifeblood!
Couldn't you have forgotten to water them?
Are you kidding? I water them, or rather, I watered them every 3 hours, every day!
Tell me the truth. You killed them to embezzle the insurance money.
What are you talking about? My plants? Yes, they were insured, but I would have never done something like that!
We were saying. Conducting my investigation, I found a shell casing. Is there something you forgot to tell me?
Sorry, Detective Gallo. I was so upset I completely forgot it.
Forgot what? That you killed your beloved plants with a gun?
I won't answer to any such insinuation.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you.
May I?
If you need it for the investigation.
I prefer to leave it where it is.
I thank you on behalf. I've lost my most precious treasures, except for my diamonds and my jewels.
Here's a useful clue. There's something written on it. And it's too small to read it.
My sunflower entus nocturninus
I'm done
won't
here.
see the dawn
For now.
anymore. Already done? Have you found who the killer is?
You won't believe it, but no, not yet.
See you soon, Detective Gallo. You're a true professional.
I must find out what's written on the shell casing, so I'll have a lead to follow.
Hi, Gallo. How's it going?
Same as usual. The city keeps claiming innocent victims. Vegetables this time.
Damn.
Listen, I have to enlarge the writing on a shell casing.
You could use my microscope.
Okay, will you loan it to me?
I lent it to you years ago and you still keep it in your safe. It's like I've lost it forever.
Rule number 17 of Gallo. Don't throw... Damn, what was rule number 17?
Good luck, Gallo.
In your line of work, you see many faces, questionable or not, I suppose. I'm interested in who's not. He's actually making me feel sleepy. Rule number 568 of Gallo. I can't shoot people indiscriminately. Not without a good reason. I don't want to kill him. I need him alive, so he will confess. I'd love to, but it goes against my professional ethics and against my sense of compassion for subnormal hens.
Oh, you're so romantic.
Precisely. Since she has a customer, I surely won't draw her attention. Listen.
So, did you decide?
I'd like something very sweet.
The candied chocolate meringue is the sweetest sweet I have.
I really advise against it. Listen to me.
I'm not sure I'd like it.
So try the Triumph of the 5 Sugars, a specialty of the house.
Wouldn't it be too sweet?
Yes.
No?
I'm not sure. I need to think about it a little more.
Listen.
So?
I'm not sure.
Since she has a customer, I surely won't draw her attention. To take the microscope, I need to input the combination numbers, which I don't remember. I wrote them down in 3 notes I hid in the office. I'm really a secrecy genius. Ah, nothing is comparable to the stench of my office. The second number of the combination. Gotcha. Here's the advantage of never locking anything. It'd be a good idea if it didn't jeopardize the balance of my desk. Here's the first number of the combination. And what a shame. Really gave the book a certain sophistication. And me. At least it seemed like I'd started to read it. Here, now the number is visible. The combination was 358, just like the number of my solved cases. Logical, natural, easy to remember. Now I can open the safe. Child's play. Rule number 100 of Gallo. If you don't remember something, remember a way to remember it. No, it gives my safe a purpose. There's something written on it. Veg 68. But what does it mean? The plot thickens. But I'm sure that by following this lead, I'll find the murderer. At least, so they say in the movies.
Hi, Gallo. How's it going?
What can you tell me about the Veg 68 shell casing? Is it from an anti-vegetable weapon?
I don't know, but you could find out by talking to the city's alternative arms smuggler. You'll recognize him because he will greet you back after you say the secret passphrase.
And that would be?
Usually it's written on the plasma membership card.
Membership card of what?
Privileged Licensed Arms Smugglers Association. To become an associate, you have to send your photo by mail. You'll receive your card with a secret passphrase by fax.
Damn bureaucracy. I'll find that smuggler, and I'll bring him to justice.
Assuming that he's really smuggling anti-vegetables weapons.
I'll bring him to justice in any case. Rule number 111 of Gallo. If you don't have a green thumb, at least be trigger happy.
Oh yes, I almost forgot. The secret passphrase is written in glowing ink, so it's visible only in the dark.
When you give me this kind of information, I'd pay you double.
Too kind.
To get out of my face. I have to show the smuggler card with the secret passphrase around to find out who fired the bullet. I hate the smell of this neighborhood. I'll try that, only when I don't have anything else better to do. No, I'd put the city into chaos. Maybe I can use it to paint the bathroom when I have one.
Good evening, Detective Gallo. What lovely circumstances bring you here?
Nothing lovely at all, Candy Bop. Can you give me
A chocolate muffin with chili pepper? It has the power to spice up the soul.
in my line of work, you have to swallow bitter things. Very bitter.
Then I can offer you some delicious heart-shaped donuts. Isn't that romantic?
Romanticism and I are worlds apart.
Or I could...
Listen, Candy. What I want from you is the photo of me which is on your booth.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gallo. If I gave that to you, the soul of this booth would go away with you. Unless you can find something even bigger.
Have you ever thought about moving to another planet, neighborhood?
I'm fine here. I'm right near your office.
That's why Thorn and I are always around to solve misdeeds. Don't you feel any danger in this infamous part of the city?
No, because I know you're nearby, ready to protect me.
And when I'm not around?
I have your photo. That fearsome look in your eyes drives every bad guy far away.
It's my normal expression.
Oh.
How's business going?
My booth heats up only when you're around.
I understand. You're talking about the party the cockroaches are throwing around here. Maybe I'm in the way here.
You always talk like this, but then you come back.
I'm not doing that bad. Not yet. I'm not doing that. I'll try that, only when I'll take only one. Hello, little one.
Being a tad taller doesn't entitle you to treat me like a fool.
You have a loose tongue, brat.
The world forces you to grow up fast. You don't even have time to change your pacifier, and you're out of a job. Everyone thinks a newborn can't be a part of adult society.
They're right.
They underestimate me, though. I have a lot of innate qualities. I can paint very well, for example.
Boy, what a rebel talent.
If only I had the opportunity, I'd subvert the established order.
Now you're going too far.
This world doesn't leave any space for the young. And for the very young like me, I foresee very tough times.
Have you got a purpose for your lonely existence, or are you just an insolent good-for-nothing?
Of course, I'm trying to rob this pirate gadget vending machine. As soon as I find a way to do that, I'll go storm the entire world.
We'll meet again.
I hope not.
Good evening. Are you...
The best-stocked wholesaler in the city. Precisely.
Do you really have everything for everybody? Or is that just a publicity stunt?
It's pure marketing. It works, don't you think?
Goodbye.
Say hello to your cactus.
Excuse me. I'd like...
To buy everything in here without paying cash. Don't worry. We give credit to those who have a generous advance, like yours.
But how did you...
I have a nose for my clients' needs. It's a matter of professionalism and experience.
It seems soft and handy.
And with high-quality bristles, perfect for every type of paint.
Rule number 56 of Gallo. Better bristle up your crest than wear fake hair.
This fork and knife set belong to Jean Paulet, the famous French chef. Come see us again. We restock our supply constantly.
Do you want to feed me my din-din?
You deserve it.
You can't. Now I eat chicken noodles. You're really a master of picking up useless things.
Actions like this are more stupid.
Do you want to feed me my din-din?
You deserve it.
You can't. Now I eat chicken noodles.
I won't be deprived of... Unless you can find something even...
They're old and blunt. I don't take second-rate stuff. I hate the catchphrase commercials. Hello, little...
Being a
Can you paint my face on the wall of my office?
No. First, I need a favor.
Which is?
Help me rob this vending machine, and then we'll talk about it.
We'll meet again.
I hope not.
The hard-earned gadgets are always the best.
Hey! How do you do that?
You'll know as soon as your first tooth comes in. Why don't you take that wooden leg, too?
If there's one thing I hate most in the world, it's pink.
I think I... You never know. Hello, little one.
Being a tad taller.
Now that you've got your pirate gadgets, what will you do?
I'll stay here to avoid suspicion. The adults were watching me. If they knew I robbed this vending machine.
I robbed it.
But I can't show it yet. At the right moment, I'll unleash all my subversive energy.
Okay. Warn me right before the apocalypse. Can you paint my face on the wall of my office? I robbed the vending machine for you. You owe me a favor.
I need a paintbrush with soft bristles and a long handle. Otherwise, you can forget about your pretty painted face.
Pretty face?
Do you prefer mug?
The new generations feed on both milk and cynicism. No doubt about it. We'll meet again.
I hope not.
Now the bristles are dipped with paint. Can you paint my face on the wall of my office?
High up?
Yes, it should be very flashy.
Then I'll need a very long handle.
A perfect example of a telescopic paintbrush. Can you paint my face on the wall of my office?
Okay, I'll customize the wall of your office before you can say wow.
Wow.
Already done. If you don't believe me, go check.
Impossible. Even if I wouldn't mind having it in my office. How to ruin the profile of a tough guy.
Oh. Regretfully, but with all my heart, I'm giving you this beloved photo.
Finally, I'm taking back what is mine. I found a candle for cakes, or perhaps I should say, the mouse hole chandelier. Unconventional, but effective use of the barbecue. Wax on. Wax off. Now my photo is in the envelope. Good. The envelope is now sealed. Now I have to wait for the reply by fax. Maybe I should have taken the photo from the heart-shaped frame. Here's the smuggler's membership card. It doesn't turn off. It's a continuous consumption model. Every time I want to turn off the light, I have to contact the electric company.
Eddie & Son Courtesy Service. How can I help you?
Cut the power.
We're sorry. It's already been paid for the next month.
If you don't do it, I will drag your company through the mud. You disgusting leeches.
We're used to threats. That's how the free market works.
And if I just want to terminate the contract?
We can interrupt energy provision only if we have evidence you've made excessive use of the electric current. We're sorry.
I'm the one who's sorry.
But in exchange for such disservice, we at Eddie & Son will send you the exclusive bright spotlight. Perfect in its power and illumination, sent directly to your office. Immediate delivery.
Now I understand why you call yourselves courtesy service.
Detective Gallo, home delivery!
I must say, the service is quick. And precise. In the assembly kit, there were just 3 pieces, and no bolts. But there's a complimentary gummy ball. Why do the gadgets always have to be so useless? First, I have to know where to connect the other end. Only by doing so can I direct the flow of electricity to the spotlight. That puddle could be a good conductor, but I have to connect it to the outlet as well. Here, the electricity will surely flow, but I have to attach it to something. It won't work. The plug is stuck. I can't remove it. Here we are. It'll stay sticky for the rest of its life. Now the spotlight would stand on its own. This jolt has not gone unnoticed by the electric company. Here's the secret passphrase. The more mature the Kiwis are, the more I'm crazy about them. Now I really feel like a smuggler. Okay, it was a nice piece of technology.
Eddie & Son Courtesy Service.
I want my electricity back, now.
The service will be restored immediately after the call. We remind you that we will stop it again if we will find evidence you are making excessive use of the electric current.
The more mature the Kiwis are, the more I'm crazy about them. As you can see, I'm an authorized dealer.
And I'm a baby punk.
Do you know any dealers in this area?
No, not even one.
For now, you're just a nice waste of time. The more mature the Kiwis are, the more I'm crazy about them.
I was just looking for you. I recognize you now. You're the supplier who sold me many damaged goods.
No,
You must give me a lot of money back.
I'll be right back. I quadruple parked out there. The more mature the Kiwis are, the more I'm crazy about them.
I feel the same way about detectives.
Okay, I will rule her out of the list of potential smugglers. After what happened, I can't. The more mature the Kiwis are, the more I'm crazy about them.
Are you still talking to your cactus?
It doesn't matter. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. The wind-up charge is broken. The more mature the Kiwis are, the more I'm crazy about them.
You did the right thing by showing your badge. Too many undercover cops are making our lives difficult.
What about the detectives?
Good for nothings. Just pretend to be asleep and you'll fool them like babies.
I'm one of those good-for-nothings who will shove this shell casing up your nose if you don't tell me everything you know.
Slow down, Big Beak. Don't threaten the goods. I dream of becoming rich and leaving this filthy city forever. I used to be the king of the thieves. Now I'm the emperor of alternative arms trafficking.
Well, now I have everything I need to prosecute you.
Who are you?
I'm Detective Gallo. He is Thorn. And you are in a lot of trouble. Confess.
Phil Chloro is a vegetal slaver. He keeps his treasures locked in a prison.
So you did not assassinate his plants?
They were already dead when I got in. And I was just about to save them. Free them from their oppressor.
With a Veg 68 bullet?
Very explosive gunshot. Made in 1968, if you please. Infallible in piercing armored metal boxes. If I'd have been able to break into his precious chest, Phil Chloro would have died of a broken heart. But the chest was made of ceramic.
So you came up empty-handed.
But then I noticed a strange stain on the floor.
A stain? Interesting clue. I'm always amazed by my unsuspected persuasive abilities. I made you sing like a little chick.
No ability at all, Detective Gallo. I'm just happy to please someone sentenced to death. This is not an ordinary weapon. It's a baobab-loaded gun.
I should pull out my gun, but I'm not sure that would be a good idea.
Don't you dare. Just take another step and I'll put a baobab in your head. Don't you dare. Just take another step and I'll put a baobab... It always amuses me to look my victims in the eye. Detect, don't you dare. Just take another step and I'll put a baobab in your head.
I have some very secret information about the money delivery.
Even little chicks know that the armored truck is disguised as a florist van, but it never passes by.
Actually, now it's stuck at the traffic light.
Really?
Rule number 101 of Gallo. Don't shoot your mouth. Shoot bullets.
Please, don't do that. I still have some goods to smuggle. 2 loan sharks to pay and a boss to please.
Okay, get lost. Rule number 595 of Gallo. If it doesn't suit you, let it go. The membership card and the shell casing helped me to find a fanatic who wanted to shoot a baobab bullet through my head. But he wasn't the perpetrator I was looking for. And now I have a new lead. A stain in the mansion.
Yes?
I'm Gallo. I have important updates on the case.
So soon?
I understand you're surprised. My investigative skills surprise me too.
I don't know how to thank you for...
The taxi driver told me that there was a strange stain on the floor.
So he really broke into my mansion? That criminal?
Thief, but not murderer. Besides, you altered the crime scene. Where's the stain the taxi driver's talking about?
This one, maybe? It's always been here. It's an invigorating fertilizer. I often use this to strengthen my children.
It doesn't seem like it worked. I need to know if the fertilizer is the murder weapon. Luckily, I have me to encourage myself. That vase could be useful. It's too late for this bonsai anyway.
Don't you offend the memory of my trapezium dwarfus!
Now I can take the fertilizer with me. Come on, tell me everything you know.
I never talk with a revolver pointed at my beak.
And now?
Ask me a question, and I'll answer you.
I'm not feeling magnanimous.
Perhaps some liquor can fight sadness?
Miss?
Or maybe a stuffed animal is better?
Hello, miss. I'm Detective Gallo.
I don't want to tell you anything. My husband has hit rock bottom.
Rule number 336 of Gallo. Don't respond to useless provocations. It's only a waste of energy. Do you recognize this invigorating fertilizer?
Yes, it's the best fertilizer I sell.
Can you describe the properties of this substance?
This modern chemical wonder grows plants fast, making them hearty and stronger. Believe me.
I must be absolutely sure that the wholesaler isn't lying. I need a truth serum. I have to call my informant.
Hi, Gallo. How's it going?
Where can I find a truth serum?
As far as I know, an excessive intake of sugar can be intoxicating. It makes you tell the truth. You must find a sweet, so sweet that it is also hallucinogenic.
How's the business of selling information going?
With this crisis, everybody wants to save money. So I make up some lies. Sure return and no waste of time. Obviously not in your case.
Maybe I forgot to
Good luck, Gallo.
What do you think of my mural?
Oh, Gallo, you always know how to amaze me. Now, I always have you with me, and bigger.
Do you happen to have...
A 3-layered ginger caramelized delight? Sure.
No, Candy.
Do you want the creamy multi-puff braid?
I'd be happy with a pastry that will make the person I'm questioning sing.
I should have something perfect for your case, Gallo. A dessert to end the meal that will project you into the dimension of sincerity, but...
Have you eaten it?
No, I could give it to you, but... I'd like to receive the right compliment from you that makes me blush, just once.
Just what I need. The setting sun is not enough to match the fullness of your cheeks.
How lovely! Nobody has ever told me that.
I can tell just by looking at you.
You know what? I don't recognize you as the Gallo I love.
To me, you're a flower growing in the desert.
So romantic! Do you really think so?
Yes.
Such beautiful words. I could listen to you for hours.
What a shame I haven't got that much time. With you, diabetes is just a delicious heaven, my tiramisu.
A bakery metaphor. How bold.
I'm getting bored.
You know what? I don't recognize you as the Gallo I love.
Give me the hallucinogen and let's get this over with.
Hey, I'm testing you.
I've wasted my time with you since the first minute we met.
Do you think that by mistreating people you can get what you want?
Yes.
Now I recognize you. Rude and sincere. This is the Gallo I love. Here's the sweet inogen. A sweet so sweet that it's also a hallucinogen.
Hi, Gallo. How's it going?
How do I use the sweet inogen?
Mix it in a cocktail and make it whoever you want to question drink it. But then you have to drink it yourself to enter the dimension of sincerity.
It seemed too easy. Maybe I forgot to...
Good luck.
Do you happen to sell an invigorating fertilizer?
I sell millions of items. I need to see a sample to answer you specifically.
If the store is open 24 hours a day, does that mean you're always here?
That's right. The job is my life. My life is the job.
And do you ever rest?
No. Thanks to the hot alcohol I drink constantly, it makes me feel alert and watchful.
I envy you. Booze just overloads my brain. Is there a hard liquor that you prefer?
Diridango.
What's a diridango?
A natural hard liquor, my favorite.
How's diridango prepared?
I don't know the precise ingredients, but I can recognize the taste. It tastes like cavernous eucalyptus, with a vague aftertaste of Egypt fuel.
A real delicacy, isn't it, Thorn?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
And out of the mouth of my assistant, too. Can you sell me one bottle?
I wish I could, but it can't be found anywhere.
Even the disco club in the city?
No, I'm the one who supplies the disco club with its liquor.
And so?
Improvise. It's what I've been doing my whole life. Everyone has his impossible dream. Mine is the Black Diamond.
The Black Diamond? What is that?
Forget it.
We were talking about work. Goodbye.
Say hello to your cactus.
It'd be a good idea if it... A good exchange, I'd say. This cab has picked up its last fare, if it ever had one. It may sound crazy, but it's for a good cause. Do you have a specimen of cavernous eucalyptus?
I don't know. I only know the scientific names of my plants.
I'll get back to my investigation. I need to discover whether the fertilizer is poisonous. If that's the case, I will have found the murder weapon. Let's see. This looks like a Eucalyptus cavernosus.
Yes, my little one.
Which matches the layman name for the cavernous eucalyptus.
I prefer the scientific name.
It could be useful. Diridango cocktail is ready. Flavored Diridango, sweet taste. A very rare Diridango cocktail, all for you.
I can't believe it! Thanks!
Now he's ready to tell the truth. I just need to connect with him. I will surely regret this, but it's the only chance I have to make the wholesaler sing. Ugh! Maybe the Diridango helped me recover some fragments of memory, and it surely transported me to the dimension of sincerity, where it's impossible to lie. Now I have to find the wholesaler and the exit. Hello, do you remember me?
How could I forget a rude and idiotic shrimp like you?
How dare you, gravedigger face?
I'm objective. After all, what do you think of yourself?
That I'm a rude and idiotic shrimp. But I always tell everyone that...
That you're competent, critical, and careful?
Yes, to give me authority. What's the harm?
That you'll sound like a perfect fool. But if it works for you...
Tell me about the invigorating fertilizer.
I don't feel like it now.
Is the UFO in your store a replica?
Obviously, but I sell 100 per month organizing fake alien kidnappings in the shopping malls.
I can't stand your breath anymore. Hello.
How
Keep on insulting me, and I'll let my revolver answer.
If it isn't the violent beak of the law.
Don't keep this up, or I'll make your feathers blow up.
Is it my fault I'm in front of a braggart playing the part of an investigator?
You know what? You brought this on yourself. Except, really, I never killed anyone before, and I will certainly not start now.
If you don't have the guts, what do you need this old piece of junk for?
It's a matter of style. It's part of my character.
Is stupidity another part?
How dare you, gravedigger face?
I'm objective. After all, what do you think of yourself?
That I'm a rude and idiotic...
That you're...
Yes.
That you'll...
How long will you extend me credit?
So long as I think you can guarantee you might actually pay me one day.
And how long will you think that?
I'm making my calculations.
Tell me about the invigorating fertilizer.
I don't feel like it now.
You care more about yourself or your emporium?
What a stupid question. My emporium.
And if in an instant your emporium was destroyed, how would you react?
Very badly. My whole life wouldn't have amounted to anything.
Just imagine how a man who has lost everything must feel.
No, please. Don't do this to me.
I could do even worse if you don't talk.
You act like the tough one, but you wouldn't kill a fly.
It's a bit difficult with a revolver.
Kill someone and I'll tell you what you want.
I can start by killing you.
Be my guest, but then you can say goodbye to your information.
You know what? You're more cynical than I thought.
I'm a salesman. Now go and come back with a victim.
I must kill you. I don't think I get it. You get it very well. Rule number 0 of Gallo. Humility is the foundation of everything. Hello. Do you remember me?
How could I forget?
I killed my ego.
Well, you've made progress. I'll tell you everything I know about the fertilizer. With a single dose, a bonsai can become a baobab in just a few seconds.
So it's really invigorating.
Yes.
But then, how did Phil Chloro's plants die? Better leave before becoming violent for real. And to hell with rule number 0. So, the fertilizer isn't the murder weapon.
Gallo!
Phil Chloro?
Yes. Come here, right now.
I'd rather drink another Diradango, but I have no choice. I work for you.
What did you say?
I'm coming.
Detective Gallo, about the fact that you work for me.
Let me explain. I'm working very hard, but the case is more complicated than I thought. After I searched the neighborhood, I learned that the shell casing I found here does not belong to the murder weapon.
And?
Then I established that the fertilizer you use is not poisonous.
So, have you found the culprit?
Not exactly.
Great!
Great.
I don't need you anymore. Can't you see? From now on, other elegant and silent friends will brighten my days.
Have you replaced the victims with other vegetables?
What do you take me for? I simply let some new friends come to keep me company.
Are you hiding something from me?
Do you think I killed my treasures just for the sadistic urge to replace them with some other beautiful specimens? Do you think I'm a psycho?
My opinion doesn't count. The facts speak for themselves.
You may be a professional, but your facts say too much for my tastes.
How long did it take to forget the pain of your exes?
Just long enough to pay the wholesaler by bank transfer.
So, do I have to stop the investigation?
If you want to continue investigating by yourself, go ahead. But I won't pay you any more.
There's still reimbursement of expenses for exceptional movements.
But you said you only wandered around the neighborhood.
Leaving my office is an exceptional movement.
You really are a professional. But you won't get a penny more. Is that clear?
I have to think about it. With my cactus. Rule number 12 of Gallo. Money comes and goes, but cheapskates remain forever. I have more questions now than when I started my investigation. It's the first time that this has happened to me in a paid investigation. Because this is my first paid investigation. I mean, it was, but now's not the time to split hairs. You don't know how much it bothers me that I didn't solve the case. I just needed to... This is Detective...
Gallo, the little flower in my emporium has been barbarically killed. Just a drop of water was enough to knock him out.
Please calm down. I'll get there as soon as possible.
Detective Gallo, you have to help us.
My plant has been killed.
Mine too.
But mine died first.
And you all want me to investigate for you?
Yes!
Okay, I'll think about it. I'll tell you my fee once I've solved the case.
Am I bothering you?
Yes, but I'm used to it.
I still need your help.
If it's about watering your salad, you can also...
I just did that, and my new treasures have collapsed on the floor.
Hello? I'm on my way with the speed of the look.
My fresh greenhouse flowers. They were so thirsty.
And now they're as dead as doornails?
You're better as a fortune teller than a detective.
It's obvious. A serial killer is indiscreetly butchering plants and flowers. The first question is, why? The second is, how did he do this?
The third is, who is he?
And the fourth is, when will you go away?
I don't get it.
You don't have to get it. You have to go. If you don't have anything interesting to say.
You're hired again. I'll pay you double, triple the advance I gave you if you solve the case. My regards to your cactus. It's lucky to be still alive.
He has a point, Thorn. You're lucky I don't have to water you every day, or else by now, you would have ended up like all those other plants. Poison water, dead plants. There is no doubt the water has been used as the murder weapon. But how? And by who? I have to search the aqueduct area and find out what poisoned the water. I don't know what to do with it, but it's always better to have one with you. I've always dreamed of being a miner. It'd be a shame to leave it there. Hey, I have to find a way to attract his attention, tactfully.
Hey.
Hey, can I have your attention?
I'm all ears, especially since I don't want to be hit again.
What kind of work do you do?
Sewage maintenance. It's a dirty job.
I know. Let's move on. That strange building is the city dump, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Very close. Too close to the aqueduct tower. So, all the dump's waste could have polluted the groundwaters, which feed the aqueduct, and then spread the contaminated water throughout the whole city. Is it possible?
Brilliant deduction. But it just so happens that the dump has been here forever, and nobody has ever complained.
And what does that prove?
That maybe the groundwater feeding the aqueduct isn't connected to the dump?
Too many plants have died. I'm sure the evidence of this slaughter is in that dump. And we will find it, Thorn.
Very well, Sherlock and Watson. Get on with it.
How's the aqueduct tower accessed?
Nobody can get into it, at least not by the door.
Is there an alternate way?
Yes, by passing through the aquifers.
I'd soil my coat.
I wouldn't be so picky.
You can be smart and clean at the same time. I'll find an alternate way to the alternate way. How's the aqueduct tower accessed?
Nobody can get into it, at least not.
Is there an alternate way?
Yes.
I'd soil.
I would.
You can be. I'll find it. How can I enter the dump?
Crossing the chasm. Somehow.
How can I get to the other side of the chasm?
With an airplane, or a hang glider, or a helicopter.
Okay, I get it. Is there a safe way to get into the dump?
Hard to say. The dump is surveyed by a very sophisticated security system.
And do you know how to tamper with it?
No.
It seemed like you implied that.
No. Another question?
When will the work in progress end?
Look, the maintenance work on the sewer system covers an area of around 10 square miles.
Ah.
And that's only for the suburban neighborhood. If you figure that, on average, the work of replacing a pipe is about 1 or 2 hours.
For a pipe?
Yeah, on average. Because the measurements are variable and can even reach 2 meters in diameter.
For a pipe?
Always for a pipe. Now consider that in a workday you can fix from 5 to 10 pipes, and the public pipelines are made up of more than 7,500 pipes.
Do you have to do all this alone?
Yeah, I haven't had a break in months, but luckily I can optimize my time and drastically reduce both delays and leaks.
Maybe it'd be better if I let you work.
Well, yes, maybe it is better. Otherwise, I might take even longer.
We were saying. How long have you been here?
Since a time long ago.
Since then, have you ever got any rest?
To rest, I would need to get comfortable, but the ground here is hard and I have neck pain, so I prefer working.
I have pretty much exhausted every topic. Goodbye.
It was all your pleasure.
Good idea, if there was a plant to invigorate. Inaccessible. I have to find an alternate way. What a shame. The effect was just temporary. It's out of ammunition, but there's still the seed in that pile of earth. Let's try. A wonder of modern chemistry. It bugs me to admit it, but the wholesaler was right. Oh no! I lost the key to my office. Quite an inconvenience. Well, Thorn, our answers about the vegetable poisoning are behind that door. I have to enter the dump. Only then can I prove the poisoning of the groundwater.
What adorable magnificence! A wonderful specimen of the female cactus.
Female? Thorn, you always hid it from me. Why?
The secrets of a cactus are unspeakable, even to their loved ones.
You always know how to surprise me, old miss. But I'll continue to call you Thorn, if you don't mind. Rule number 700 of Gallo. You never stop learning from the cactuses. Rule number 288 of Gallo. The most disgusting things are always the ones you need the most.
Second-hand investigator, but not inventoriable. Place an empty item on the platform.
Nice view from up here, don't you think?
You got that right, dude. From this position, I can keep an eye on every woman in the city.
Are you a cactus lover?
I'm a most famous Latin lover of the city. With just a glance, I can conquer all the women and female cactuses I want.
There's a clear difference.
Once you remove the thorns, there's none. Believe me.
Why are you wearing those sunglasses?
Protection from the sun, obviously.
I don't understand where you're seeing all these women.
Good, one competitor less.
If you like women so much, why did you choose such a lonely life?
Well, I shouldn't tell you, but...
What?
Well, you seem like a good guy.
That's what I always tell myself.
Does you promise not to reveal my secret to anyone?
With me, your secret is locked in a safe, and the combination is hidden in 3 unfindable notes. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I am an undercover spy.
Who are you spying on?
The dump owner. Rumors say he's hiding something shady.
Have you ever seen him?
He hardly ever leaves the dump. I'm looking for a way to get in.
Tell me about it. Why are you undercover?
Thanks to my expertise in disguise, I have finally achieved this strategic position.
And so that whole story about the cactus lover?
It's my cover. Although, I actually do love female cactuses.
So much for the cover.
And now, I'm this close to the dump, but I can't get in.
I understand. I have the same objective.
Loving cactuses and women equally?
No,
Come on, 'twas a joke.
Getting back to what we were saying before. Can you take out that camera?
I'm an undercover cactus. That camera has never seen me.
Good, then destroy it.
Are you kidding me? That's a highly illegal action.
Work beckons. Now I have everything I need to play. It's time to show the world my golf talent.
What a shot!
My talent is indisputable, despite the broken club and this ball. It's still the most useless item in the universe, but it is still intact. Now, if I want to get thrown into the dump, I have to place an item there and get in it. I'm not feeling magnanimous. Hey, anybody?
Good evening. May I help you? This is a pre-recorded message.
Record this. I want to get in.
I'm sorry. The dump owner gave specific instructions.
And what are they?
Access denied to everyone. Only empty objects permitted to be thrown away.
And how do I throw them away if I can't enter?
Load them on the specified platform.
I don't care about the rules of this dump. I want to get in.
And I don't care about your aspirations.
What if I start provoking you? Would I get something in return?
You can try.
If you don't let me enter, the last thing you'll see will be this face.
That's more of a good omen than a threat.
Open the door, Rusty Cyclops.
Repeat your request. Insult not included in the database.
I know a good ironmonger that could tear you to pieces.
I'd love an early retirement.
Enough with the insult. Are there any number or weight limitations for the items loaded on the platform?
Number limitations, yes. Just one at a time. Weight limitations, no.
I just had an epiphany. Have a nice day. Can I borrow your chest?
That chest is a precious family heirloom.
So, you will never get rid of it?
Of course not, unless I am absolutely forced to do it.
Forced? By someone?
Or by something.
Oh, and by what?
Don't even get me started, Detective.
Okay, I'll ask those who know more than you.
You again?
I have to convince Phil Chloro to get rid of his chest.
Simple. You just need to make it dangerous to his plants.
Brilliant. But how do I do this?
Equally simple. You sprinkle the chest with ceramic-eating woodworms, and there you go.
And where do I find these?
Ceramic-eating woodworms. You don't find them. You have to lure them. You can lure them with the woodworm woo.
It doesn't sound simple.
It is not. It's a special substance that you can't find on the market because it's a patent of mine.
Now you're also a part-time chemist?
Don't change the subject. To create your woodworm woo, you just have to mix some fresh paint with a sewer maggot.
You
owe me a favor. A bunch of Phil Chloro's super rare seeds. I'll take them as compensation.
All we needed was an informant with a green thumb.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
Can you dip a maggot into the stinky water you work in for me?
I sense some sarcasm, but maybe I'm wrong. Give it to me. Here, now it reeks of sewer. Are you happy?
You don't know how much. Good. Now I have my woodworm woo.
My chest has become a receptacle of ceramic-eating woodworms.
You can't keep it here anymore.
No, definitely no.
You'd spread woodworms everywhere.
Yes, definitely yes.
Your plants wouldn't have a chance.
No, definitely no.
I volunteer to throw it into the dump. For free, obviously.
Thanks. You're a true professional.
Rule number 41 of Gallo. There's no limit to the capacity of a standard pocket. First, I have to empty the chest. I just kept a bunch of seeds for my informant. Now nothing can stop me. I was aiming for the dump, and now I'm in the aqueduct tower, but I'm not discouraged. I just have to find a way to get out of here without going back through the window. I need to access the cistern, especially since the alternative is quite a long fall. I have one too, in my personal wardrobe. I'll take it. Although I'm not actually someone who cooks. Look who's back.
That voice sounds familiar to me.
I'm the one who could have taken you down, let you go.
Oh, yes, I remember. You're the mob guy who was smuggling anchovies. That's where I can smell fish.
If you go on like this, somebody else will start to stink. Detective Gallo, do you remember the name?
Of course! How could I forget you?
Maybe because you're a good-for-nothing who doesn't know what to do with his life.
Actually, I found something.
By continuing to do nothing?
I'm doing something. I'm meditating.
I meant something useful.
From up here, reality can be seen from a different perspective.
Of course, with the eyes wide open. Rule number 178 of Gallo. There's no limit to how many absurd points of view you can have. Reality will always be the same. Trivial and obvious. Are you here to plan your next criminal acts?
Now I'm a decent guy. I reached the green nirvana.
Tell me more about this green nirvana.
Since I moved my residence to the aqueduct tower, I've learned to love nature, even more than I did before.
You're more of a knucklehead than you were before. Did you bump your head very hard?
I'd bump it 100 times if it was necessary to reach an epiphany.
The things we do for epiphanies.
I perceive a strange irony.
How did you end up here? For the love of nature?
My taxi's ejector seat projected me into the sky.
And you landed here?
Not before passing through the stratosphere.
And bumping into some satellites.
Then I reached the hyper-Uranian.
But in the end, you fell back down, didn't you?
Right on this spot.
You surely hit your head. Very hard.
If you say so. Try me.
Can you help me climb down from this tower?
I'd prefer a please, but I do appreciate the change of tone. Also, because I'm the only one who knows how to get off of here.
And wouldn't you tell me for anything in the world?
Show me you're in perfect harmony with my life philosophy.
That's all I needed. How high is this tower?
22 meters.
How did you...
I subtracted the number of meters I fell from the meters I climbed.
Elementary. Sorry, I'm getting vertigo. I have to go. I created some space around the brick. Now it's protruding a bit. I don't know why I should start breaking the wall. If the idea is to make a hole and throw myself out of it, I better think again. Never overestimate your own. Theoretically, I promised to give them to my informant.
What are you talking about?
Here's the seeds you wanted to steal, and they're all yours.
Thanks, Detective. You've done your good deed for the day.
An original way to say that I financed crime. So, how do you get down from here?
You need a crowbar to pry the hatch open.
And probably a lift. We're stuck on the aqueduct tower. Where can I find...
You can make one very simply. Take this iron bar and find the proper support to turn it into a crowbar.
Now I should thank you.
Or you can do it later.
Rule number 88 of Gallo. Don't use what you don't know how to use. Okay, I pulled the brick out of the wall. I can't stand items on the floor. Good, it's well secured. There we go. A crowbar ready for use. Such a shame that I had to break the hammer to make it. Rule number 209 of Gallo. When you have a master key, the world is an open door. Opened. I can sense a familiar smell, particularly pungent.
Well, brothers, an important step has been taken.
What the hell?
We have contaminated the waters of this aqueduct, and the slaughter of the plants has started! And very soon, all mankind will be on its last legs. We'll proceed with our conquest of the Earth when humankind has been completely extinguished!
So, the culprit is the leader of an alien community.
Nobody will ever suspect we're here!
Crazy to boot. Thorn, we have to stop this terrible conspiracy.
We need a volunteer to go into the dump! He will have to take the toxic substances in there and spread the contamination of the water! The plants will be the first to die!
Better that you're not seen by these barbarians. Psst.
What do you want?
I need to speak with the Brotherhood leader.
If you want to volunteer, you have to take off that ridiculous terrestrial mask you're wearing, or the Brotherhood leader would pulverize you instantly.
Is that so?
Nobody speaks unless he decides. Nobody thinks unless he suggests. Nobody acts unless he agrees.
I don't even know him yet, and I'm already fed up. Why should I take off my terrestrial mask?
If you want to volunteer, you have to show your real face to the Brotherhood leader. It's an act of sincerity.
But I can talk to you like this?
If you like, but I don't understand why your mask has that chicken expression.
It's a rooster.
I meant dopey.
They weren't selling anything better on the interplanetary secondhand market.
But they closed that 3,000 eons ago.
It's a long story. What does the real face of a brother look like?
Large head and big eyes. And a retractable tongue.
Sorry for the obvious question.
Do you need anything else?
I'm going for a ride through the galaxy.
Don't go too far. The Brotherhood is watching you.
Psst.
What do you...
Why poison the city water?
That was a stroke of genius from our leader. The terrestrials survive thanks to the water, and we want to wipe out the terrestrials. You follow?
Sure.
That's where the idea to poison the water came from. Terrestrials can't live without water. You follow?
Barely. But, if I understand correctly, the contamination started here. It'll be a long time before it spreads to the ocean.
You sure know how to be a killjoy when you get yourself wound up.
Rule number 399 of Gallo. When you can't do a particular thing, be sure others would do it even worse than you. How did you pollute the water?
How did we, brother?
Yes, of course. How did we? I don't remember how anymore. My photonic jelly brain works only when there's a time warp.
Brother, we eat photonic jelly.
Tell me about this photonic jelly.
A delicacy. It's a shame that you can find it only on Argon, and not in this parallel reality, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. You're really a living alien dictionary.
And you're an intergalactic ignorant. Don't you know the 6 macro volumes of the star map?
I'm okay with the 6 shots of my trusted friend. So, how did we contaminate the water?
Simple. We introduced a virus into the aqueduct. Then everything sort of fell into place.
Do you mean to abruptly stop there, withholding all the details? I want to know everything. I'm a fan of knowledge.
You'd need at least 4 degrees to understand the fundamentals of our viruses.
I have 5-dimensional degrees.
Brother, there are no dimensional degrees. Only extra-dimensional.
Okay, I bluffed, but I want to know the truth.
You wouldn't understand.
Insisting wouldn't get me anywhere, right?
Right, because I don't have 4 extra-dimensional degrees either. But the Brotherhood leader has 6.
So all this dialogue comes down to nothing. I lost my train of thought. When will the invasion of Earth start?
It's already started, theoretically.
Okay. When will it start practically?
We need a volunteer to enter the dump and take the contaminated substances.
Hasn't the conquest already started?
We started the water infestation process, but we can't exactly foresee when everybody will kick the bucket. Humankind is unpredictable.
And the plants?
They're more predictable. Apart from cactuses, obviously.
Obviously. Sorry, we were saying? I'm going for a ride through the galaxy.
Don't go too far. The Brotherhood...
I stuck the shards on the paper. If the world goes round. Good. The blender hole is clean. Hello.
Are you looking for a house? Because I happen to sell every kind of real estate.
I happen to be here for another reason.
I'm also interested in buying. I buy to sell to the highest bidder.
Which is not me. I'm here for another reason.
And what is that?
I intend to talk with whoever's hiding under that ridiculous mask.
You're already doing that.
I only see a toddler who's trying to be an adult, with poor results.
Am I not credible enough?
You're not corrupted enough, mate. To stay here, you need municipal permissions. To sell, you need political connections. And to buy, you need to find someone you can trust.
I just thought that a legitimate job
could erase all your previous crimes. Rule number 265 of Gallo. You can't clean up if you were born dirty. How did you find this job?
I looked into the competitors, and I chose a product with which the others couldn't compete with me. You can live any place. That's my motto. Look at me.
Why? Do you live here?
My house is my job. My job is my house, so I can better concentrate and be more productive.
You really believe in what you do?
Yes, after I recovered from the terrible depression I'd fallen into. It's not easy to storm a bank with a plastic gun and a second-hand pirate patch.
Listen, I need that retractable tongue.
It's not for sale.
I'll buy that together with the mansion on the hill.
I can't sell them together.
Then I'll rent it. I'll take that damn tongue to rent.
Rent? You seem very interested in real estate deals.
I need a retractable tongue, to be precise.
This changes everything. What do you need the tongue for?
I need to infiltrate an alien community to defeat them.
Dude, I didn't think you were such a desperate case.
So you'll give me the tongue?
Try again, Gallo.
I'm interested in learning your advertising technique.
Really?
Really. Tell me about your advertising technique.
Do you want to learn the art of advertising? Only with a good commercial can you pass off a flophouse for a 19th century mansion.
Can I try to sell houses too?
Are you experienced in the field?
No, but everyone has the right to prove themselves.
Great answer! You're hired! Now the second step consists of finding a motto. Only with the best phrasing will your advertising campaign become really effective. What slogan would you suggest?
East or west, home is best.
Needs improvement, but to reflect, I need the right inspiration.
Thorn, did you help this loony find an idea?
Go to the disco club. My mother will give you a few tips about it.
Your mother is the bartender of the disco club?
Now, yes. She used to serve alcoholics door to door.
Can you use it as inspiration?
Are you kidding me? I haven't played since I fell out of the cradle.
Hello, Detective Gallo. You stormed away ranting and insulting everybody after drinking one of my best cocktails without paying. You got some nerve coming back here.
If it were only for me and Thorn, we would have never set foot in this rat hole. But a matter higher than myself forced me to come back.
Higher? He said higher.
A delicate matter forces me to ignore my pride and this crappy clientele.
I can kick you out of here whenever I want.
Let's be more friendly. I came for you.
Stick to formalities. When will you balance your account?
Can you still give me credit?
Dear customer, welcome to the Knife and the Cleaver. The only disco club in the area
That's better now. Why is the outside of the club so different from the inside?
Will you be satisfied with a diplomatic answer, or do you need a specific request to shut that
Never mind. Do you know the real estate agent on Rhododendron Road?
Yes, but I've been avoiding him.
He's still your son.
He ran away from home as soon as he could get down off his booster seat. He joined the worst gangs in the neighborhood before realizing that life was harder than the next day's baby food.
Lazy philosophy.
No, cheap baby food. First he wanted to be a pirate, and now he's got it into his head that he can monopolize the real estate deals in the city. So young and yet so...
I suppose. How can your son find the right inspiration?
Sweets. In particular, your supply of sweets would inspire him. It already happened some time ago. After he devoured my cake and pastry supply, he decided to become a bad guy.
A brilliant idea.
Sugar can have strange effects on people.
I have to go, or the amount of alcohol in this disco club will kill me. Streets kill more than alcohol.
Not the alcohol sold in this disco club.
Certainly.
What's in here? A CD?
Certainly.
Why not?
You wouldn't believe it.
I don't like cakes. They remind me of something.
I thought it was over, and
If I got closer, he'd run away.
You won't believe this, but I could see the end coming from the beginning.
Oh,
If I got
last thing I want is to talk with rude and impertinent people.
I don't know who you mean. In front of you, there's only an irresistible detective.
Save this soap opera language for your cactus.
Oh yes, Thorn is here too.
You know where you can stick your stupid male friend?
Actually, she's a female cactus.
In your pocket!
Come on, make peace, as good friends.
Peace?
Yes, that's right.
As good friends?
I hate to repeat myself, but yes, as good friends.
Gallo, you're really a piece of work at deceiving the feelings of others. You're only a dirty abuser so preoccupied with feeding your ego that you completely forget the world surrounding you.
Are you saying that I'm an opportunist?
You're a cynical opportunist.
Yes, actually that's me. So, can we make up?
Go away, or I can't account for my actions anymore.
Just thinking about it makes me sick.
I only have sweet thoughts for you.
Precisely. Lonely. I'm not so sure this is the right strategy. I should ask for advice from an expert in the field. I prefer leaving the others there, for the time being. I can see that the passion for golf has spread a lot in my absence. How can I reclaim the heart of a jealous woman?
You don't get something for nothing in this world.
I already work with an informant. Now it's you too?
I want the golf club. After your shot, I got excited. See? I already prepared all the holes.
Can I convince you some other way?
Yes? If only I could spend one romantic night with your sweet little cactus.
I'll go get the golf club. Work, Beckett. I'll take only one. This case is seriously jeopardizing my collection. I have a reputation to protect. It's all yours. And now help me reclaim the heart of a jealous woman.
You need to give her a rose.
Any rose?
It must be a romantic rose, scented and heartbreaking.
It seems that you are a cactus of the world, despite your sedentary life. Now the rose smells like a rose.
Such a poet.
A rose that smells like a real rose.
I'm great, right?
Great at making one mistake after another. Everybody knows girls love romantic roses.
Romantic in what sense?
Do I have to explain how to show your romanticism? Don't you know what being lovesick implies? The anguish, the inner torment. You're a primitive being, Gallo.
Now, the scented rose is really romantic. What happened to your gracious little flower?
I hadn't watered it since this morning, and as soon as I did just a while ago, it wilted.
And then what did you...
Enough questions! Are you an investigator or not? Investigate!
Would you give me an alien mask in exchange for a glass of Diradango?
Not a chance.
But...
I don't drink spirits anymore. I just got sober.
Perfect timing. Wouldn't you go against this rule even to drink a shot of Diradango?
If it was non-alcoholic, yes! You would need to get a de-alcoholizer, the only substance that could turn all spirits into soft drinks. Go to the knife and the cleaver.
How will I recognize the de-alcoholizer?
If it's really pure, it's blue, and the quantity must be enough to fill a pitcher.
I don't see that plush head with the retractable tongue anymore.
One of my best pieces. That two-bit little punk bought it.
He's not in Bloodletting Square anymore.
He moved to Rhododendron Road to start up his own business.
Goodbye.
Say hello to your...
I'm not feeling magnanimous. I see you're interested in that baseball bat.
You're very observant.
I also see you're very rich.
You have great intuition.
Fine observation. If you're looking for your wife, she already left.
I don't need another parasite. I already have my lawyers.
This.
Yes, it's a romantic rose.
This is the most beautiful surprise I've ever received. Oh, Gallo, I didn't think you were capable of such a delicate and selfless act.
Neither did I.
Of course.
It seems like it's not receiving a signal. Why is the TV not working?
It's been a while since it's picked up any signal. It could be a problem with the TV, but maybe the fault is with the transmitter.
Where's the transmitter?
On the highest point in the city. If my TV started working again, I wouldn't do anything besides watch it all the time.
There's a specific program that...
All the soap operas. From the ducks also cry to the beaks of happiness. But I like watching a webtard too. Although I think it's inferior to Love Feathers. But nothing can make my heart beat like heartbreaking rooster tails.
I remember our sleepless nights watching Thorns in the Heart. I have to go, for the amount of strength...
Not the
Don't you dare!
Calm down, dude. I'm just fixing the transmitter.
What matters is that you don't touch the nest. Ah, the wind picked up.
Already done. It works well. Let's leave it like it is.
Cool!
I'd like a cocktail.
Dry, fruity.
Virgin.
It's clear that you don't go clubbing, Gallo.
So, this cocktail?
I'll try, but I'm not sure it'll be completely virgin.
I thought it was over, and yet...
Wow!
So,
Here they are.
Did you see the last
It has
episode?
a tempting smell.
Detective Gallo, do you understand now why this disco club is so famous for its cocktails?
You can explain it better next time.
You won't believe this, but I...
Not a chance.
But
I don't drink spirit.
perfect timing. When you...
If it was, you would need go to the.
How will I...
If it's real and the.
I'm pretty good for an improvised chemist. A non-alcoholic Diridango cocktail. One of a kind.
For me, thanks. For you, in return, a very rare alien mask.
Hello, Gallo. Good to see you.
I need a year's worth of sweets.
For you?
For a business partner of mine. The real estate agent on Rhododendron Road.
Your generosity knows no bounds. Consider it done, my love.
I'll see you around. Maybe.
Maybe once you'll invite me to dinner.
I see that you finally got that yearly supply.
Yes, and the inspiration came too. A house for you is a win for both.
Effective and genuine.
Indeed. To convince the customers, you need to be blunt and spontaneous. You passed the test. Now you can become an associate of mine.
What do I have to do?
Take this hood. Wear it to convince people to buy a house from me. The point is to instill a sense of unnecessary need. All clear?
Trust me, it will be the first thing I do as soon as I turn the corner.
Great! Good work.
It really is true that advertising ruins your brain. Here, now I have a truly believable alien mask. Can I?
Of course! I have a year's supply. Although I'd gladly have eaten it. I love lemon popsicles. In fact, now that I think about it, I feel like eating it.
Rule number 1000 of Gallo. Never let Gallo lose his patience, or Gallo will make you lose something else.
We poison the city waters, and soon we will conquer the world!
Here I am, with my real face.
Now you're ready to speak with the Brotherhood leader, if that's what you want.
I spent my whole life waiting for this moment. I'd like to say something.
Who's talking from the back row? Who's bothering our alien council?
Me, a humble brother who has something really important to say.
The tone of your voice seems apocalyptic, brother.
Like the content of my words. I think that...
I'm happy that finally somebody is volunteering.
But I still haven't said anything.
You took the floor, brother. It's enough to show your courage. It's enough.
Okay, but how can I enter the dump to get the containment substances?
You must open the fuse box and destroy the fuses. Follow the assembly instructions and build an alien lockpick. Then come back to me. I'll give it that final touch to make it work. Good luck, brother. Good luck, brother.
Following the instructions, I combine the alpha piece with the gamma piece.
Do any of you know how to enter the dump?
Following the instructions, I combine the beta piece with the alpha and gamma pieces. Now I have an alien lockpick. To enter the dump, I should give the lockpick to the aliens. But first, Thorn, this could be too dangerous for you. I must entrust you to someone dumb and devoted enough to follow all my instructions to the letter.
That's so romantic, Gallo. You thought of me.
This could be the last thing I do. Someone should take care of Thorn.
Oh, first you got me a rose that will never wither, and now your cactus? What will you bring me next time?
The point is, there may never be a next time.
Okay, I'll wait here ready to take you in my arms.
Farewell. Here, I built a lockpick to force the fuse box. I need the final touch.
Yes, you need the Omega element. Take these energizer charges and put them into the lockpick.
Okay, it's time for me to go. To sacrifice myself for the welfare of our community.
Well said. Well said. End of session number 801. Congrats to you all. Our live roleplay, Alienated Aliens, is enjoying increasing success.
Play?
Obviously, let us acknowledge that we caused no harm to any things or animals, and that the water was already contaminated, but not by us.
So the water is really contaminated?
Great acting, everyone! But the short one in the last row was especially good.
Short one?
Experience points will be assigned during the next session, set on Planet Roar. And remember, mum's the word.
No comment. What's that? Mold? It has a stinky smell, vaguely familiar. Here's the reason for the poisoning. Where could that have come from? Wait a minute. How did I get here? From the dump? Like me, the mold could have flowered from the aqueduct tower, come down through that pipe, and finish down here in the water cistern. So, if I can find an identical mold in the dump, I'll have found the murder weapon. I have to enter the dump and find a mold identical to the one in the cistern. This way, I'll prove the murder weapon. I need something to look for the mold. But first, I have to go and get Thorn back.
Hello. Have you got a Saturnian apple pie?
I had a Jovian pear and a Neptunian grape. But I'm sure I have some Saturnian apples here somewhere. Just a second.
Now the lockpick will work. She has been kidnapped.
No, Gallo. I'm here.
I was talking about Thorn. Where is she?
You yourself said that someone should take care of her, so I followed your instructions to the letter.
Someone? Who?
One of my regulars. He loves plants. He's the dump owner.
I absolutely have to enter the dump to save Thorn. And, yes, all of humanity as well. Rule number 1024 of Gallo. When you hope you've reached the end of a story, you realize you're at the beginning of another one. It was easier than I thought. Without the right equipment, trying to find mold in a dump is like looking for mold in a dump. And then there's something incredibly bulky complicating things. Too heavy. It's beyond my ability. Stuck. If I own something, it's not to
Use sweeter than shoot, and I love only you.
Some feathery types are completely foolhardy.
Epic, you're perceptive. But how can you not madly fall in love with candy?
Well, I know a lot of ways, enough for a lifetime.
Oh, Gallo, how I love your way of loving me, running away.
I was about to fall off my chair from excitement!
I would never do it, even if I hate her with all my heart. Then again, I hate everyone.
You wouldn't believe it!
Rule number 2344 of Gallo. Resisting temptation strengthens your temperament.
But it doesn't make you taller!
That's a good one!
Rule number 2344 of Gallo.
But it doesn't make you taller!
Sorry.
What do you want, shorty?
Are you really as strong as you seem to be?
Can't you tell? This arm is twice your size.
I see, yes. But sometimes looks can be deceiving.
Not for you!
Give me a demonstration of your strength then.
I could throw you against the wall, but since you'd be squashed, you'd never know.
Okay. Could you hit that chandelier over there?
Of course. I've been national champion of cleaver throwing.
Good. Impress me.
I need something heavy and appropriately balanced.
I've had enough of you making fun of me.
Yes, go hide in the rat hole.
It's exactly your size!
Can you hit that chandelier?
Of course.
Take that.
way!
On the first try. Did you see?
I was sure you'd do it. I already know you're a great champion. A rodent could always come in handy.
You won't believe this, but I could see the end coming from the beginning!
Before letting him go, this little one could be useful to me. Without the right equipment, trying to find mold in a dump is like look. You wouldn't be able to climb. Come on, little one. Go wild. Let's see what's underneath. Hey! Maybe this won't help you complete your work, but at least you could comfortably rest.
Oh, thanks. I'll take a very short nap.
Are you back to being a drunkard?
Continuously drinking alcohol doesn't mean getting drunk.
Yes, there's a big difference. I need a device to find the mold.
Yes, a mold detector.
Well, I'm ordering one, right now.
Easy, easy. You reached the limit on your credit.
What does that mean?
That I can't give you any more credit.
And take my generous advance.
You don't get it. I already factored in that amount. For all the items you bought from my emporium, I took the liberty of mortgaging your goods as guaranteed, including your cactus.
Thorn? How I miss her. Wait a minute. Does this tell you anything?
A second-hand old clunker. No, it doesn't tell me anything.
I could also pull the trigger.
And face years in prison only because you lost your office? I'll see you in court, Gallo.
Rule number 777 of Gallo. The loan sharks are recognizable by the stench of their breath, because they talk too much. Cancel my debt, or I'll tell everybody you don't have everything for everybody.
My investments in promotion and marketing are at no risk from your ridiculous complaint.
Can't you give me a discount?
You know, sometimes I have a strange buzzing in my ear that doesn't let me hear too well. Can you repeat that?
How much do I owe you?
Such a high figure as to be incalculable.
Be less dramatic and more concrete.
If you bring me the very fine black diamond, I'll cancel all your debts, and I'll give you the mold detector.
What's the black diamond?
It's a large, shiny diamond, with all its faces smoky. It's a one-of-a-kind. Nobody has ever seen it or owned it.
How do you know that it exists if nobody has ever seen it?
Can't see the wood for the trees, Gallo. Think about your debt.
Enough. I'm leaving.
Don't forget to come back with the black diamond.
Without the right equipment, trying to find mold in a dump is like looking for mold in a dump. Now it's all smoky. No, I had a bad... No, No. I prefer to leave it where it is. No, I had a... Rule number 230. I'm always surprised by the level of neglect of city structures and its citizens. I'm always surprised by the level of neglect and its citizens. No. Here's the black diamond.
This does actually look like it, but it doesn't have the same famous brightness.
No, I prefer to leave it. Rule number 200. I'm always surprised and its citizens. We forgot a glow stick in the pipes upstairs. Shame. It was perfect for playing cards while doing overtime. Signed, the maintenance guys. Wait, what's inside here? Here's the black diamond, fake to the core. I have to hurry and take this to the wholesaler. It won't be long before it melts completely. There you go. The black diamond in all its beauty, with an ergonomic handle.
I can't believe this.
Okay, if you're not interested.
Of course I am. I'm very interested. I want it at any cost.
Can we cancel my debt?
Yes, I'll do anything to have it.
Also give me a mold detector for free?
There you go. Now give me the black diamond.
It's all yours.
At last, my whole life I dreamed of this moment. But I didn't imagine that it would be like this.
Rule number 784 of Gallo. Even a diamond isn't forever. Without the Now I can look for the contaminated mold in the dump. Bingo. Now I have a long job ahead of me. Long and dirty. An old fridge. And here's the contaminated mold, identical to the one in the aqueduct tower. The handprints of the criminal. I'll take them with me to identify the culprit. We've done a good job. Thorn!
Who shouts in my dump?
I'll make you pay for what you've done to Thorn, and to the entire city.
You're wasting your time, and mine.
Rule number 17 of Gallo. Don't throw... Can't I ever remember the damn rule number 17?
You still have time to get away.
Let's get this thing over with, and I'll put in a good word for you with the police.
Which good word?
The idea only popped into my mind just now. Let me think about it.
Okay, there's no rush.
Maybe you don't know, but I was looking for you.
On the other hand, I don't want any visitors, and when I have one, I get rid of them right away.
Criminal and antisocial. Confess, or I could become very violent.
What do I have to confess?
The important thing is that you reveal backwards and forwards what you did tonight without overlooking any detail.
You don't have any right to talk to me like this, nor did you have permission to enter my dump.
Rule number 2 of Gallo. Gallo doesn't ask permission, except of Gallo himself.
So you're forcing me to play my favorite game.
What game can you play in a dump?
This one. You snuck in here like a thief. You'll get what you deserve.
My sense of justice knows no barriers or limits.
Then now it will meet my mechanical arm.
You will let me fall again, and then again and again, right?
No, I just want to leave you like this for a long time. Farewell.
Stop.
What do you want?
Why are you doing this to me?
Let's see. Trespassing? Grand larceny?
Instead, think of it more like looking for evidence.
Unauthorized theft of things from the dump. and accusations against me. Are you still in the mood to discuss this?
I like talking to you.
I, on the other hand, hate people, especially those who sneak into my dump.
You have anything else to do?
I do. It's you who has no alternatives.
Why does everybody throw their garbage in your dump?
Because it's the best, of course.
Maybe it's the exact opposite.
Do you think you can provoke me so I'll let you go? You're a real fool. What do you still want from me?
Maybe you ate it.
Can you talk louder? I didn't hear you.
You know what? That's exactly right.
Exactly right what? I don't understand. What did you say?
Just as planned. Rule number 19 of Gallo. If the interrogated doesn't start to sing, play him like a fiddle. I'll publicly prove the guilt of this serial vegetable killer, and I will get quite a bit of money. Sorry, Thorn. We will get quite a bit of money. Ladies and gentlemen, I have all the elements I need to incriminate the perpetrator who killed the entire city's flora.
So professional, Gallo.
My professional love.
You're making a big mistake, Detective.
I'm used to it.
So, is he or is he not the criminal who killed my little ones?
In the pocket of the suspect was this diary.
Which doesn't link me at all to the serial murders.
Thorn, help me. Your intuitions at crime scenes are always brilliant. I have to incriminate the suspect to solve the case, and to pocket the full fee. I wonder what's written inside.
I'm innocent!
How can you explain the contents of your diary? Tuesday, January 30th. I was ripping off the petals, just for fun. Thursday, February 2nd. I pulled all the seeds from a sunflower. Do I have to go on?
Enough! I can't listen anymore!
Come on. Has nobody ever done loves me not?
Me!
Foolishness.
And who doesn't like sunflower oil to fry?
Well, I like it.
Me too.
So, all this doesn't prove anything. How could I kill all the plants in the city?
Thanks for the intuition, Thorn. Do you see? This proves the contaminant strength of the mold that polluted the city water.
But it doesn't prove I'm guilty.
I found the same mold in the aqueduct tower, and in your dump as well.
If it stayed in my dump, it wouldn't have hurt anybody. What makes you think it wasn't someone else who put that mold in the aqueduct tower? You have no evidence that I used the mold.
As soon as I get them analyzed, these handprints will confirm my charges. You opened that fridge, took the mold, and then poisoned the city water. And these handprints are proof.
Did you say fridge?
Yes, he said fridge.
It was you who threw a fridge in my dump. I saw you on my security cam.
Mackenzie, my friend. How many dinners together? How many drinks? But now... I've lost you forever. Rule number 17 of Gallo. Don't throw away your drinking buddy, or you will drink to forget. And then you'll forget this rule. Only now did I get my memory back.
Look at those handprints. They're too short and fat to be mine. And they're sticky.
Your hands were sticky too, Detective Gallo, when you pointed your gun at me.
Sticky candies of the highest quality. I give them to him every time he passes in front of my booth.
But How did the mold reach the aqueduct tower?
I think it's an unfortunate trick of fate, helped by the fact that many people throw away objects that aren't empty. The dump's platform is calibrated only for empty objects.
But in the fridge was my favorite cheese. A 24-year and 3-month seasoned Stinky.
And what happens if the objects on the platform aren't empty?
Here's what.
So, I am the culprit?
Ah, good riddance.
Truly professional, Gallo. I paid you to find the guilty party, and you did it.
Oh, Gallo, you're my hero.
But you won't get another penny from me. I don't want to finance a criminal.
And I don't want to invest in crime. Too risky.
Gentlemen, a man's dignity has no price. How much do you want for your silence? Is a generous advance enough?